So St. John Paul teaches us that the virtue of solidarity commits me to the common good because it helps me to realize that I am not my own island, but that I exist in a human community with other people who have a vocation and an eternal destiny to God. And he further says that the family, the nuclear family, the unit cell of society is the first and primary place where solidarity is experienced and expressed. Why? Right? Because the family is the first place where I find out that I'm not alone, but that there are other people like me. And the family is also the first place where I find out that I'm not the center of the universe, but that I have to live in cooperation towards the good of things and people that are beyond me. And so in committing myself to the common good, I have to help society become a society wherein its policies and protections promote healthy human families, because we cannot have a healthy society if we don't have healthy families. What the common good creates in me also is a virtue of temperance and justice regarding the goods of creation. Because in recognizing that all the people around me are like me, it helps me to know that all of the goods of creation, that their original intent by God is that they be available for everybody. All of the good of creation is for everybody. It's for the common good. There is no part of creation that is allowed to be had and possessed by only some people to the exclusion of other people. God has not intended that this way. And so the virtue of solidarity, personally and society, helps us to orient ourselves, our families, and our institutions in such way that all families can have what they need in order to thrive. In order so that no one is unjustly deprived of the goods of creation. And the church says that this is true even of private industry and private property. That the goods and the blessings that God gives to me and that I accrue to myself through my own personal industry have their ultimate destination, not simply to me, but through me also to the world. This is known as the universal destination of goods. That even the good things that God gives to me are not, as Jesus says in one of the parables, for the sake of me tearing down my barns and building larger barns and then putting all my grain in it so that I can eat and drink and be merry just for my own good. I have a responsibility also because I am my brother's keeper. And that even my private industry, even my private goods, are for the sake of the common good as well. And so where does solidarity walk into public policy? It walks firstly into policies that regard the human family, especially the nuclear family, issues of marriage and human sexuality and how those are ordered in society. But it also enters into the place of the care of human creation, that we are the brothers keepers of each other, and that we are to care for the goods of the earth so that everyone has access to them. Not only ourselves, but also our children and our grandchildren. Because if we destroy the world, we make them suffer. And so we have to also see how public policy that involves the use of the creation of goods in a prudent way, including the distribution of goods and wealth, so that no one is left out in an absolute sense because of greed or because of power or because of selfishness. We are called as Catholics to know that these things must be addressed.